Hi everyone, Meg here. Happy Halloween. Happy whatever day you do see this, but today is Halloween. Busted out some gloves that Skelly here lent to me, so thanks, bro. Okay, so I am back. Excuse me. Throat chakra stuff again. Back with a pick a card reading, but before I do that, I wanted to mention just briefly, today starts Mercury retrograde and it goes until November 20th. So I had come across an article, what is it, from Mystical Power, and I just like how it described MR, so I just want to mention it briefly. So Mercury slows down its orbit and appears to be going backwards, or to be moving backwards, which is an optical illusion. Mercury rules communication, clarity in thinking, honesty, travel, and technology. And because we are still in Scorpio energy, again, emotions heightened, feelings heightened, dreams, intuition, but this with Mercury retrograde, it is a reminder for us to slow down, to reset, to regroup. I mean, we should be doing this often anyways, but MR just tends to remind us to do that. So I just liked that little description there. And yes, things can go wonky with technology, but you know what? They can go wonky at any time. And yes, when we are in Mercury retrograde, they do tend to go a little bit more wonky, or can tend to, but if you keep thinking it, it will. So go with the flow, and yes, we are in it until the 20th of November. Okay, so we have card number 1, card number 2, card number 3, and as usual, I do not have a topic or theme when I do these. When I do these readings, I turn that over to you, the viewer, to see if you have a question in mind, a situation or a person that you might be looking for some guidance on. So maybe you are drawn to one or more. So I'll just give you a moment to have a little look-see. Okay, let's get started. If you chose card number 1, it says reach out, which is a 28 number, which breaks down to a 10, which does break down to a 1. And this is from the Answer is Simple deck. So I feel with this card, if you chose this card, have you been thinking literally about reaching out to someone in particular? Could it be maybe a friend or a family member that you've disconnected with? Is there something that you're looking for some guidance though on, some mentorship? Is there a situation or a person that maybe it's through counseling, through again some kind of guidance or mentorship? And this could be a reminder. For some, it's really hard. That's what's just coming to me, sorry, with this. For some, it's really hard to ask for help. Sometimes pride, ego can get in the way, but we all need help, no matter what. There isn't one that's, this great hero or heroine that can just do everything on their own. It's okay to ask for help. But let me just have a look-see. 28 at the booklet. But yes, I'm just really feeling this is basically a wink or a nudge for somebody that if you've been thinking of asking for some help, to definitely do so. It's time to open your heart and arms and touch others with your spirit. Your ego is putting up a defensive shield, having you believe that there are enemy forces out there from which you must be protected and withdraw. Let's see what's on the next page. Just as I was mentioning there, how our ego can get in the way. Your spirit wants you to connect with others now. Unfold your arms, turn toward those around you, and reach out. Your love and healing forces are needed. Trust yourself to make a difference and connect. That is beautiful. And I feel like this is also a reminder for somebody to know how much you are loved and how much you are worthy and deserving of support as well. So that is what I'm getting with that card. And then, if you chose card number 2, we have body movement, and this is from Healing with the Fairies. So with this card, obviously body movement is wonderful for health. Have you been thinking about taking up an aerobics class, a dance class? Have you been looking into an exercise regime? Yes, getting out and about is huge. I do try to go on a walk every day, at the least, for in terms of exercise. I do try to do yoga. Maybe that is a reminder, not even just a reminder, maybe a reminder for somebody that has been wanting to get back into yoga. Have you never taken it up before? And maybe this is something that you're contemplating. But yes, getting the body moving, having dance parties. I've mentioned this before. When this card or a similar card has come up, I often will do dance parties at home. I just take a little work break, pump up the jam, and have a little dance. Or I will chair dance, so I do get my body moving, sorry. So let's see. I'll refer to the booklet with this one too, because there is a card meaning as well as an affirmation, so I feel like I want to read both of those for somebody that chose. Number 2. Your body wants to express itself through movement. Listen to your body and it will tell you what type of movement it craves. Awesome. And affirmation, I lovingly pay attention to my body's needs. Awesome reminder for all of us, just with that affirmation. And then lastly, where is the book? Okay. If you chose card number 3, we have card number 24, which breaks down to a 6, and it's time for a nap. So quite the opposite of number 2, but, and this is from Wisdom of the Oracle. So this card actually came out not long ago as well, Time for a Nap. Basically sums it up right there. If you've been, go, on the go, this is your wink and your nudge to slow down, just as we talked about with us being in Mercury retrograde. It is a time to reset, regroup, slow down. And naps are wonderful. I mentioned how much I love them. Sometimes our body, not only do we need to get it moving, but sometimes it literally just needs to stop and shut down. So I feel that, yes, there really isn't a lot more for me to add to that. Sorry again, guys, throat chakra stuff today. Time for a nap. But yes, reset, regroup, not only during Mercury retrograde, but it's a reminder to do so. But I feel that we often need these reminders that we can just be constantly on the go, wearing yourself down, running yourself down, being there for everybody else and not looking after yourself. So I feel that this is definitely a reminder for somebody, as I say, to be gentle with yourself. And beauties, that is all that I'm getting with these cards. If you would like to leave a comment, leave some feedback, if one or more resonated, I always love to hear from you. And again, happy Halloween, happy Mercury retrograde. I'm going to keep it positive. And I will be back soon if you dig my vibe. If you would like to hit that like and subscribe button if you have not already, that would be groovy. And I will be back soon. And I'm going to miss my Halloween decorations, but I do plan, I think, at Christmas time to be doing little backups. But this was a lot of fun to kind of mix it up a little bit. So Skelly, Beethoven, and I, toodles. And yes, we'll be back soon, and lots of hugs and lovies. Okay, bye. Gotta take off my glove to shut it off. Bye.